Welcome! Today we're going to make chocolate hedgehog slice. It's a wonderful dessert that everybody likes, and don't worry, it's nothing like the little spiky animal. It's full of gorgeous chocolate and crunchy biscuits, and it's going to be a favorite of yours too if you don't know it already. Alright, let's get started. For this recipe, you're going to need a few items. And being in Japan, I have to search around and find the best things that I can find. But the first thing you'll need is 2 packets of biscuits. I'd usually use Marie biscuits, and these are basically the same thing. They're called Maria biscuits. So you need 2 packets of these. You also need a tin of condensed milk. This one here is called condensed cream, but I've tried it and it's basically the same thing. You also need 250 grams of salted butter. I've been lucky enough to find West Gold New Zealand grass-fed butter, so yay, that's great. You'll need 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 3 tablespoons of shredded coconut. Okay, so what you want to do to start with is put the biscuits into a Ziploc bag. Seal it up, not too tight, loosely is fine. And then, if you're not feeling very happy today, the good thing is you get to take out some of your aggression. You just keep smashing it until you've got mostly small crumbs. A couple of big pieces are okay. Bigger pieces that I'll continue to smash just a little bit here. Yeah. Right, so what we're going to do is put these into a large bowl. Next, it's time to melt the butter. So I'm just going to turn this on. And once the butter is melted, we're going to add our condensed milk. The butter has melted nicely, so it's time to add the condensed milk. Unfortunately, this can of condensed milk doesn't have a great top on it, and I couldn't use my normal can opener, so I've had to use the old-fashioned style and put some holes in it. Hopefully it's going to work out fine. So we'll pour this in. Okay, I think we're getting about as much out of this as we can. So I'll give this another stir. You basically just want it to blend together. Okay, this looks good. It's combined nicely. So I'm going to pour this into the dry ingredients. You can turn that off. We are going to line a baking tray. Although we won't be baking anything, that's actually one of the beautiful things about this recipe. It's a no-bake recipe. I'm going to line a tray, and that way it'll be easier to get it out once it's cooled down in the fridge. So with the tray lined, we're going to pour this gorgeous looking mixture in there and spread it out evenly. Okay, spreading it out. I need to push it down a bit. It doesn't look the nicest right now, but trust me, when it's finished, it will be to die for. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so get it in here like this, and then what I like to do is push it down with a cup just to really flatten it out. So Got a plastic cup here and I'm just going to push this down. Get it nice and flat. You can use whatever you want. Put this down. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to layer the top with chocolate, which will fill in any of the gaps that we still have. Those were all of the ingredients for the base of the chocolate hedgehog. So we also need ingredients for the top, which is quite simple. It's basically just dun, 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 chocolate.
I love chocolate.
Who doesn't, right? So you'll need about 250 grams of chocolate. These come in 50-gram blocks, so I'm going to be using 5, maybe 6 of them because I do like chocolate so much. Alright, so what we're going to do now is boil some water in a pot. If you've got a microwave, you can also microwave the chocolate to melt it. I do not have a microwave, so I'm going to do it this way. But you'll basically boil your water, put a container on top that you'll then add the chocolate to, and let that sit there under the steamy hot water from the pan, which will melt the chocolate inside the bowl. Ooh, it's boiling. So I'm going to add this now and put in the chocolate. I've just got milk chocolate. You could do a combination of milk or dark chocolate. I've put the fan on because there will be steam coming up the sides here. And it's really important that you don't let any steam or water come in contact with the chocolate. Otherwise the chocolate won't melt. It'll just get all gluggy and thick and coagulated. And you'll have to start again. It's looking good. It's almost ready. And we're almost there. Look at that. Chocolate golden gooey goodness. It's just a couple more lumps to melt through. So the finale now is to pour the chocolate all over the top of this and then spread it out. Make sure we get all of this out. We don't want to waste any of it. Okay, I'm going to use a spatula to make sure I do get all of it out. As I said, I love chocolate and I don't want to waste any of it. Okay. And then it's time to just spread it around evenly on the top. Alright.
You're wasting some chocolate.
You know what? That's just the bits we get to eat ourselves. Licking the bowl. The best part of cooking. Alright, that looks good. You can do a little decoration. You can always get a fork and put some swirly lines on it, but I think this is good for me. Alright, and the final step is to put it in the fridge. So we're going to put it in the fridge, and in a couple of hours we'll pull it out and we'll get to enjoy it. That's the second best part of baking. Alright, I have just taken this out of the fridge. It looks gorgeous. So it's time to cut it. It's time to pull it out. You can see that by using the baking paper, it's come out really nicely, nice and easily. And then it's just time to cut it up into pieces. Now you can do big pieces. I'm going to do smaller pieces to make it last longer. So a little bit of muscle has to go into this. Alright, I might have lied earlier when I said the best part was licking the chocolate off the spoon and the second best part was eating it, because I've decided that this is the best part of baking now. Let's try it. Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
Where's my one?
What? That's all mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yummy.
Yummy.
Bye.